Pleased to be joined with Jaguars rookie cornerback, Florida State product. You know we're going to get to those Noles visiting Jacksonville. Jarrian Jones. Jarrian, how's it going? Ready for preseason game number one?
Yeah, I'm very excited for preseason game number one. Really just ready to compete against someone else. You know, all camp we're going against my teammates. So I just can't wait to put what we've learned to the test against someone else.
For you, describe in a couple words training camp, your first training camp in the NFL, comparatively perhaps to college.
I think that Florida State and Coach Norvell and his staff did a good job of preparing me for what the NFL was, because our practice, we kind of got after it. So I think my transition to the NFL was kind of smooth, but obviously I've learned a new scheme, and we play a little bit more zone here than I played in college. In college, we just line up man-to-man, do what you got to do. So obviously just learning up on those techniques and, you know, learning to get the call from the huddle. I think that's different than when I was in college, getting the call from the huddle. But, you know, just picking up on small stuff. You know, I'm having a lot of fun with my teammates. I'm blessed to be able to go at it with these guys. I made some relationships with some guys that I think I'm going to have for the rest of my life. So, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
That man-to-man defense from Mike comparatively to Ryan, in particular, that specific mantra, I guess, the notion of man-to-man, that was something I know people in Jacksonville were so excited for.
Yeah.
You feel like Mike prepared you to the point where this is almost easier for you?
Yeah, I would definitely say, I wouldn't say it was easier, because obviously in the NFL,
right,
everyone just, you know, had different skill sets and stuff like that. But, you know, man-to-man, that's what I do. Like, that's my game, and that's what I love to play. So I feel like I went into a great situation of kind of what we do here and how it's paired with what I did in college. So, you know, I think it just came full circle for me.
Yeah. And speaking of full circle, and we're not just going to be sucking up to the Noles just because they're down the road right now, but you did get a chance to visit with them yesterday. What emotionally was that like for you when you realized, oh, my God, they're over there in the flex field?
It was crazy because, like, at first I didn't know that they was going to be practicing over there. So when I finished practice and the media people came and told me, they was like, you know, Florida State's practicing over there. I was like, oh, come on, we got to go. But we had to wait on Darby, because I guess Darby was doing something. But when I went over there and seen him, I think it just kind of lit me up on the inside. It was like that boost that I think I needed, just seeing Coach Norvell and seeing all the guys I went to war with, like my roots. I think it was, that was everything for me.
Did you know Darby before you got here?
It's so crazy because, okay, Darby came, I think, to senior night. They had everyone come back when I was in college. And then I met him then. So we had a picture of me and him on the sideline. And so when I got drafted here, he posted a picture and tagged me in it. And I was like, oh, yeah, we finna do this. Yeah, and it was just so crazy. So, like, he been like that big brother to me, like that mentor. He kind of took me under his wing, and I'm learning everything from trying to soak up all 10 years of his game that I can. So, like, he's been a big help to me.
Yeah. What is it about Noles in particular? I know we've commented this on the air as we're watching practice. You guys, there's just that different edge to Florida State DBs. What is it?
I think it's first the brotherhood and the culture that we have. All of the great DBs that came from Florida State, we kind of embodied that man-to-man, the get in your face, you get nothing, attack type defense. And that's what we play. I think that's what you kind of see in the DBs that come from Florida State. So, like, I think we rock, like, mentally with each other in that kind of crazy mindset, because I think we both got like a little edge to it. So I think that's how we all click, and it's real brotherhood, you know. So I think that's what makes us different.
Other corners that you guys have here in Jacksonville, another guy you're familiar with, and Trey Prince. I got to talk to him earlier in the week about the first time you guys met at an All-Star game.
Yeah.
Describe that meeting to where we are now.
It came a long way, because at first when I met him, like, he didn't really talk. Like, he didn't really do a lot of talking. But, like, you know, me being the person I am, I'm going to come up, talk to him, try to get him going to play with him. So he kind of came out of his shell over the span of our 5, 6, 7-year relationship. And, you know, I think at this point it's something that's unbreakable. For real, like, I got his back no matter what. Me and him locked in forever, you know. So I think at this point, us being at a team together, us being able to make each other better, stay on each other, be that brother to one another, I think we kind of came into a situation that we both needed and didn't even know.
We've heard from some of the rookie wide receivers they're getting fined. What's been the situation in the DB room?
So I got fined a large amount for the snacks being a little late to camp. But I was thinking, like, bro, y'all got to make a list for me to go off of. Like, I can't just go get the snacks.
What were they looking for?
We got some guys that wanted some Nutella bread, hamburger patties. Yeah,
that's tough. We're not talking just like running in the convenience store,
like,
man.
And I'm telling them, I'm like, bro, this is going to take me like 3 hours to get. We got to practice at 7. I got to be back at the hotel by 10:30. So, like we won't have to work together. But I think
Uber Eats, maybe. Like, that's the only option.
we came up with a good compromise. So I had DoorDash a bunch of snacks, like $400 worth of snacks, and then that lasted us about 2.5 weeks. Then Trey Pence just came back and bought a bunch of snacks from Sam's. So we should be good on snacks for a long time.
Okay, the DB room is set. You mentioned some of those other lifelong friendships. Darby, his big brother attitude towards you. Who are some other guys who you found yourself gravitating towards to be mentors for you?
AJ, Antonio Johnson. I think when I first got here, he was my locker mate. So obviously that bond right there is gonna grow. And then he's young just like me, so we kind of grew in that way. And Darnell Savage, DT, Daniel Thomas, Cisco, Tyson, I think we built some bonds that, they're like them kind of my guys for real. Like I don't feel like they can do no wrong in my eyes. So just building those relationships every day. Like they may have a down day, I got to pick them up. I may have a down day, they got to pick me up. Just feeding off each other, just being that brother to one another.
As we wrap up with you, Jarrian, first game for you in the NFL. I know it's preseason, but first time you'll get to be in that stadium in a Jaguars jersey. What's it going to be like Saturday night under the lights?
I think when I first walk under the light, I'm just going to take a deep breath and just soak it all in. Like, you are in the NFL. I think I'm going to take a lap around the field just to get adjusted. But after that, I'm going to bang my hands on something, and it's time to roll. It's time to rock and roll. I think we'll just go out there, just breathe free, have fun, and trust my training, and focus on the details.
And your expectation, they're going to have you all over the field on Saturday, inside, outside. Kind of what are you expecting?
I don't think we're going to try to give too much away, but I definitely think you will see me lined up in some places.
Okay,
yeah.
lined up in some places. I love it. And, of course, before we let you go, Florida State's DB room this year getting a lot of love. Give us the scouting report, Jarrian.
We got the best DBs in the country. We got 2 corners this year that are untouchable, like just can't do nothing with them. We really, to be honest, the whole secondary is just...
Give us the full scouting report.
All right, we got 2 corners, Fincher Cypress, Azaria Thomas, gamers, like real gamers. My 2 safeties, Shaheem and then Conrad, real gamers. And then the guys that I don't think we operate as a ones, twos type thing right there. I think the collection of the young guys that are there and the older guys, I think as a group, they're going to be something to reckon with, because we rotate a lot at Florida State. And so we try to get everybody in, let everybody show what because we prepare everyone like they're going to be the ones in the game. So I think just how we play ball, like you're going to see some man-to-man, up in your face, beat me if you can type defense, yeah.
They don't rebuild, they reload in Tallahassee.
Every year.
A childhood dream, though, coming true for you on Saturday in a Jaguar uniform.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's one of those moments where it's just like, you just got to soak it all in. Like, I did it. Like, I'm in the NFL, and then just build on it every week.
Absolutely. Jarrian, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.